Okay, so I was going to Target to get some things, and as I was walking in with my mask and gloves and everything, this man pulls me aside. He's a little bit older, he looks a little homeless, and he's like this close to my face, not wearing a mask, anything, and he was like, please, can I have $4? Like, my ride never came, I need to catch the bus, it leaves soon. And I was like, okay, let me check. So I'm looking for cash, and I literally only have 2 ones and like 20s and stuff, and he was like, oh, that 20 will do, like, it would be perfect for food, as he was holding a bag of food, and I was like, oh, you have food right there. And then I offered, instead of giving him a 20, to bring him into Target and buy him food, and he was like, I don't have time, like, before the bus leaves and stuff like that. So he grabs me by the arm and starts walking me near the store. This is part 2. So basically he pulls my arm, pulls me to the side, and he was like, you don't want to die, right? Because apparently we were too close to the road. He was like, how about this? You give me the 20 and I'll be on my way and you can go in the store. And I was like, I'm sorry, I can't give you the 20. I already offered to buy you food. Here's the $2. I hope you can find someone else who can give you the other $2 for your ticket. And I start to walk away, and he grabs my arm yet again and goes, can you at least buy me a soda, please? So I was like, okay, fine. So we walk in the store, and he yells at the worker, where's the sodas? Because I didn't know where anything was either. And as we're walking, I can feel him breathing down my neck. That's how close he is. During COVID, mind you. This is part 3. So he's breathing down my back. We're walking through the store. We get to the refrigerator aisle of all the sodas, and he can't find the one he wants. So he just picks a Fanta, and then we were close to the self-checkout. So he kind of like shoos me into a self-checkout line, and I go to one. I'm paying with a 10, and I give him the rest of the $2 that he needs for the ticket, and I give him the receipt because he asked for it, so it doesn't look like he stole it. So then I give him everything, and I was like, here you go, here's the ticket. Have a good day, kind of thing. He puts his arm down my back and goes, stay beautiful and God bless you. And this is part 4. So he took the money, he left one way out of the store, and I went the other way to get my groceries, and I was just really shook up. But as I was driving home, I was thinking, like, there were so many people around, and not one person said anything. Like, there's this older man touching this younger girl who clearly didn't look happy about it, and I was just like, we're in Target, we're in the parking lot, and not one mom, not one dad even lifted a finger, even pretended not to see anything. And I didn't say anything, but I just thought that was kind of sad and scary for society. Also, if you ever see anything on your windshield, never look at it, because that can be a distraction for trafficking, and that's just a
story time. So me and this girl Jessica had a lot of beef together. She would always spread rumors about how I am adopted because I don't look like the rest of my family. And that was not true. But one day, I showed up to school and everyone was just staring at me in a really mean way. It's like I murdered someone. I quickly run to my best friend and ask her what's going on. She then told me that I told Jessica that she was a spoiled brat and that I beat her behind the school. And it turns out that Jessica told the whole grade. Everyone was against me. My first 2 classes passed and it felt like I've been there for a year. Everyone was still staring at me and I just couldn't get anyone to believe me. But I had enough of Jessica. During lunchtime, I went up behind her and pulled her hair as hard as I could. And it turned out Jessica had fake hair. She was using a wig. Yes, her hair was fake, just like her personality. Jessica turned around and looked me in the eye and said, "You're gonna pay for this." And she stormed out of the cafeteria. The next day, she shows up to school and everyone was staring at her. The reason for that is that she showed up in a bun and with a hydro flask, shell necklaces, friendship bracelets, and you name it, all of the Visco Girls stuff. Her friends told the whole school about the incident, so you better get rid of those friendship bracelets, Jessica. But since the whole school knew, one of those really hot football players came up to Jessica and told her, "Jessica, you know you're not Charlie D'Amelio, right? So drop the act." Y'all should have seen Jessica's face. She got up and ran to the principal's office and told her everything that just happened. And since the principal was a little bit strict, she gathered all of the grade and was confronting us and asking us who was bullying Jessica. Me and other boys and girls stood up without hesitation and told the principal it was us. Then the principal gave all of us 1 month of detention. I actually didn't care, even though I think that she was the one who should have gotten detention. Story time about how everyone thought I was a psychopath in school. So once I was friends with this girl named Nola. When I first joined high school, Nola was my only friend. She showed me around school and even helped me with homework. But considering how nice Nola was, she didn't have any friends except me. Nola was one of the nicest people I've ever met, so it was weird for her not to have any other friends. But I just brushed it off and didn't think about it. A month passes of me being friends with Nola, and one day in class, a girl comes up to me and asks me why I'm friends with the weird kid. I started defending Nola, and then the girl went back to her seat and started whispering to her friend. I got suspicious of why they said that, so I went and asked Nola, "Nola, why did that girl just ask me why I'm friends with you? Do both of you have beef or something?" Then Nola looks at me in the weirdest way and says no. I just said okay and went on with my day, but I was still really suspicious. Weeks pass by and Nola tells me that she wants to hang out, so I invite her over at my house. So she came and we started playing around, and she decided to go into my brother's room, and all I hear her say is, "Ew!" I follow her upstairs and just see her staring down the window. She was looking at a dead baby pigeon. And since a lot of birds do their nests here, it was normal for a baby pigeon to fall off and die. So I explained to Nola the situation and how the baby just fell, and she just said okay. When I show up the next day at school, everyone was giving me deathly stares. So I go up to a girl and ask her what happened, and she responded with, "How dare you kill a baby pigeon, you monster!" I looked at her in the most frustrated way, knowing that everyone thinks I'm a psychopath now, and it's all because of Nola. This is why no one's friends with her. Story time. So there was this one girl in 7th grade, let's call her Lexi. Lexi was a pick-me girl. She was always like, boys are less drama, you know. And Lexi used to sit next to me in class. And I was throwing a Halloween party later this week. I decided to write a list of what we're going to be doing at the party in class while Lexi's sitting next to me. She looks over at my notebook and sees it. And she was like, "I'm invited, right?" I looked at her and I just didn't say anything because I didn't want to tell her she's not. She got really excited and was like, "I'm going to be wearing a devil costume. Actually, no, I want to be the angel." And at the end of class, she told me to send her the location and information on her Instagram. And I remembered that Lexi had a lot of spam accounts and accounts she doesn't use. So I decided to send her the information on one of the accounts she doesn't use. 2 days later, I get a message from Lexi. She sent me a message from one of her real accounts. Then she told me that I forgot to send her the info for the party. I told her that I did send the location, but on her other account, and that I didn't know she stopped using it. Lexi didn't believe me, so I sent her a screenshot. Then I told her that since she didn't confirm, she can't come to the party because I had a limit of 20 people. Lexi got really mad and started calling me mean stuff, that I'm rude and forgetful. And then Lexi blocked me not just on Instagram, but on Snapchat and TikTok. Of course, I didn't care and just went on with my day. Fast forward to the next day, which was the day of my party. Things were going great. Me and my friends had an amazing time. But after an hour, I get a phone call from a random number. I didn't answer, number one, because the music was too loud and I was too busy with my friends. Maybe 10 to 15 minutes pass, and that number calls me again. Here's part 3. So I handed my phone to my friend and let her answer the phone. She told me that there was a person waiting for me in front of the house. I, of course, didn't want to go outside alone, so I let my friend Jason come out with me. As soon as we arrived to the front of the house, we see Lexi and her mother sitting next to her in her car. I just stood there in disbelief, not knowing what to do. Lexi got out of the car, looked at me and rolled her eyes, then looked at Jason and started talking to him. She was like, "Hey Jason, do you miss me?" Jason, can I come in? And Jason didn't know what to say, but he said yes. And Lexi had the audacity to show up to my party after she blocked me on all of my social media. Lexi stayed with Jason and Jason's friend. I couldn't enjoy my night anymore after that.
If anyone's wanting to know how to get revenge on someone who spread rumors about you, listen to this story and it may come in handy. So I had a friend that we can call Miranda who was obsessed with me. I was genuinely friends with her, but she would never give me a break. I could not get a breather from her at any point in time. Everywhere I went, she went. And this girl would actually get so upset with me anytime I would go over to another friend's house. I knew she was really insecure and just trying to get attention, so I tried to be patient with her. However, one day I just could not take it anymore. I got into a massive fight with her over how overprotective she is. I literally said, "You are a stage 5 clinger." And in response, this girl ended up joining my basketball and softball team, which I've been on for forever. She told her mom that I was bullying her, which was a complete lie, but then her mom went to the coaches. She got me kicked off the team and they continued to spread rumors about me. I ended up losing my best friends over the rumors that she spread about me. So that's when I decided to get revenge. So I got revenge on my obsessive best friend for spreading rumors about me. So I put together an apology gift for her for bullying her, even though I did not. The gift that I put together was some makeup I got from Walgreens, but I decided to add some poison ivy to the eyeshadow so that she would get a rash. I then set up a hidden camera and watched as she put it on. And as expected, the rash started to form. After she noticed, I started to tell her off and accuse her of all the stuff she did to me. And she was so pissed that I managed to get a confession out of her. She was very much just like, "Yeah, I did that." Literally over me not wanting to spend every waking second with her. And the best part of it is that she threatened me on camera. So I cut out the part about the poison makeup and told her if she didn't tell all my friends, coaches, and significant other what she was doing, I would send the video to everyone. So she admitted to all of her crimes and I got back on the team. I got my friends back and I ended up totally fine and she ended up losing basically everyone.